This is Mr. Jeremy Reviews, Confused Matthews Reviews on Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3. And this is Episode 3, where we talk a little bit about what Confused Matthew was talking about. Now, in this one, I am actually shocked to say that Confused Matthew actually kind of, sort of, almost liked this movie. He thought it was okay. He really liked the fact that there was a payoff at the end. He really liked the fact that everything seemed to blend together with this movie. But he certainly did not run out of bad things to say about this movie. Let's go over those points again, shall we? Because I think it is slightly important. Here we go into Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Again, Confused Matthew. Again, here, Confused Matthew is confused as to what is a Sith. Well, I hope I valiantly described that in my first video, Star Wars Episode 1 Review. That Sith are Jedi who simply deflected from the Jedi and formed our own regime of, we won't call it species, but we'll call it an order that's just like the Jedi Order in every single way, except their belief system is all backwards. It's the opposite of the Jedi. Like, let's see. The opposite of floor is ceiling. Basically, there you go. The Sith are the opposite of the Jedi. That explains who the Sith are. Now, getting into the story. Matthew explains his dislike of this scene, calling it just a bunch of crappy CGI stuff thrown into a movie. Well, when you explain it like that, it does sound kind of boring. He thought that these characters were boring. He thought that these sequences were boring. He thought all of this whole fucking franchise was boring. I don't know what Confused Matthew was thinking. Now, I will admit, the battle scene at the beginning, I kind of didn't like it, because it took up too much time. I mean, a few shots here and there would have been sufficient enough to know they weren't even in battle. They weren't engaged in any kind of battle. They were just coming here to rescue, Panda Bear, or whatever the hell his name is. Otherwise known as Darth Sidious. Otherwise known as the Emperor. So they're coming here to save the very guy that kidnapped himself. He kidnapped himself. So, anywho, getting past the fact that the Emperor kidnaps himself and sends two Jedis to come and rescue him, I like this scene here. But anyway, other than that, I don't really have any problems with this movie. It's Confused Matthew that has all the problems with this movie. And I don't know what the hell he's talking about either. This is a good fucking movie. I mean, I'd go watch it with my kids. It's such a good movie. I mean, look at that. Thing comes down the ceiling, he jumps out of there. I don't see anything wrong with this movie. And he complains about Yoda sword fighting with the Emperor at the end of the movie. Well, let me tell you something. I thought it was great that they showed that Yoda was at one time almighty and all-powerful, and that in his youth he could jump around and do all the flips, and he could battle with a freaking lightsaber. I thought that was awesome. Yoda is supposed to be the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy. And it's awesome Because in episode, let me tell you something. In episode 4, 5, and 6, or I'm sorry, damn it, he wasn't in 4. I know that. Now there's going to be comments all over the internet about that. Okay, in episodes 5 and 6, Yoda was this old, worn down looking puppet. And it's cool that they brought him back in episodes 1, 2, and 3. And they show him as being, active, and he's, not only is he part of the Jedi, not only is he a Jedi Master, but he's the most powerful Jedi Master in all of the Jedi. And he's the smallest living creature in all of the entire galaxy. And he's the most powerful one. I guess that's supposed to be symbolic of some kind, somehow. Anyway, Matt complains because they give him a lightsaber and he's doing jumps and flips and whatever. And he says the audience is supposed to think this is funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's awesome. Anyway, here's what I thought was kind of controversial that started to kind of make Anakin change to the dark side was this scene here. And here Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi decide they're going to fight Count Dracula together because it makes a lot more sense. Now here's the problem I have about this. You have two powerful Jedi, Obi-Wan, a Jedi Master, and they're both fighting this guy, and he ends up knocking Obi-Wan to the floor with a swift force movement, and he stays on the floor for a long time till he gets back up. I mean, are we expected to believe these two Jedi can't take on one Sith Lord? What the hell? And look at that. He uses a swift force move to knock Obi-Wan Kenobi to a rail, and it knocks him out? It knocks him unconscious? I mean, it's not like his head, it's not like he landed to the rail head first. He landed to the rail on his side. I can see, like it maybe knocked the wind out of him, but it certainly could not have knocked him out. And here's the problem I have. Okay, they're fighting. Fight. Jesus Christ. There we go. He cuts off both of his arms. Or hands. He cuts off both of his hands. In one swift move, cuts them both off. And now he decides to cut his head off. He forms the lightsabers like scissors. Says, I really shouldn't do this, but okay, never mind. Right about here. Fuck it. There you go. Okay, his head's off. Now, right there, he was having his doubts. He was going, I shouldn't do this. It's against the Jedi. It goes against everything the Jedi stand for. Maybe I shouldn't do this. And here is essentially his master, this guy. He's sitting there telling him to do it. He's reasoning with Anakin. He's telling him he must be killed. He is too dangerous. He tells him this. And so, why would Anakin think for 1 second that would be a problem? I mean, he's telling him to do this. And here's where confused Matthew, I think, gets confused. Anakin cares about Obi-Wan Kenobi. He actually cares about him. Because he just told the same guy that told him to kill someone, he just told him. He said, I'm taking Obi-Wan Kenobi with me. And he's like, no, just leave him here. The ship's going to, it's going to explode or whatever. And he goes, then his faith shall be the same as ours. In other words, he cares. He's a caring guy. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. I don't understand why Confused Matthew is so confused. He's a nice guy. And not the belligerent asshole that Confused Matthew says that he is.